My classmate kept pushing me in the hallways and faced no consequences because his dad was on the school board. I got him expelled for pushing the wrong person. I was a junior in high school, and there was this kid named Colton who thought he owned the hallways because his dad donated money for the new gym. Colton was 6'2" and played varsity football and made sure everyone knew it by wearing his Letterman jacket even when it was 90 degrees outside. He had this thing where he'd push people into lockers when he walked by just because he could. Not hard enough to really hurt anyone, but enough to make you drop your books or spill your coffee. Teachers saw it but never said anything because Colton's dad was on the school board and his mom ran the PTA. The first time he pushed me, I was carrying my art project that took 3 weeks to finish. It was a sculpture made of wire and paper, and when Colton shoved me into the wall, it crushed completely. He looked at the destroyed project and laughed, saying I should watch where I was going. When I told the art teacher what happened, she said accidents happen, and I should be more careful in crowded hallways. Colton was standing right there smirking because he knew nothing would happen to him. After that, Colton made me his favorite target. Every morning he'd find me at my locker and push me into it while his friends laughed. He'd time it so my face would hit the metal door. He'd push me in the cafeteria so I'd drop my lunch tray. He'd push me down the stairs but claim he was just trying to get by. He'd push me during PE and say it was part of the game even when we were just standing around. He'd push me into puddles on rainy days and into trash cans on regular days. When I complained to the principal, Mr. Vaughn said boys will be boys, and maybe I should try to be friends with Colton since we'd probably end up working together someday. Colton's pushing got worse after that because he knew I'd tried to report him. He started adding commentary when he pushed me. He'd say I walked like I wanted to be pushed. He'd say I had a pushable face. He'd say some people were meant to be pushed and I was one of them. His girlfriend Brittany would giggle and say Colton was so funny. His friends would rate each push on style and effectiveness. Other kids started avoiding me because they didn't want to get caught in Colton's pushing radius. Teachers would see me getting pushed and suddenly need to look at important papers. The janitor told me to toughen up because life was full of pushers. My parents said to ignore him and he'd get bored, but Colton never got bored because pushing me made him feel powerful. That's when I started studying Colton's pushing patterns. He always pushed with his right hand. He aimed for the left shoulder to spin people into walls. He never pushed when certain teachers were around like Mrs. Rodriguez who didn't care about his dad's money. He definitely never pushed when the superintendent visited, which happened once a month for board meetings. I learned the superintendent, Dr. Foster, had a daughter named Haley who went to private school across town. She was small and quiet and wore thick glasses and looked exactly like the kind of person Colton would push if she went to our school. I did some research and found out Haley volunteered at the public library on Saturdays, teaching kids to read. I started volunteering there too and became friends with her over a few weeks. Haley was actually cool and we bonded over anime and true crime podcasts. When I mentioned I went to Jefferson High, she said her mom was the superintendent there. I told her about Colton pushing everyone and she was horrified. She said her mom would never allow that, but I explained about Colton's dad being on the board. Haley got quiet and said she'd wanted to transfer to Jefferson, but her parents thought private school was safer. The next month was the board meeting and Dr. Foster would be at school. I convinced Haley to come see the school since she was thinking about transferring. I told her to wear a Jefferson High visitor badge and walk the hallways during passing period to get a feel for the school. I may have also mentioned that Colton usually hung out by the gym between second and third period. Haley showed up wearing jeans and a hoodie looking like any other student except for the visitor badge. She was walking down the hall when Colton saw her. He didn't recognize her as the superintendent's daughter because why would he? He just saw a small girl with glasses walking in his path. He pushed her hard into the trophy case. Haley's glasses went flying and she hit her head on the glass. Colton laughed and told her to watch where she was going. His friends high-fived him for the solid push. That's when Dr. Foster came around the corner. She'd been coming to check on her daughter's visit. She saw Haley on the ground with a bleeding forehead and Colton standing over her laughing. She saw the broken glasses and the cracked trophy case. She saw Colton's friends still celebrating the push. Dr. Foster helped Haley up and asked what happened. Colton went white when he realized who Haley was. Full story on channel, link below.